Hi, my name's Ilma and welcome to my channel. I have been posting Christian blogs 13 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Hosea 2 verses 8 to 13. And here is the word of the Lord. And she did not know that it was I who gave her the grain, the wine, and the oil, and who lavished on her silver and gold, which they used for Baal. Therefore, I will take back my grain in its time and my wine in its season, and I will take away my wool and my flax, which were to cover her nakedness. Now I will uncover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and no one shall rescue her out of my hand. And I will put an end to all the mirth, her feasts, her new moons, her Sabbaths, and all her appointed feasts. And I will lay waste her vines and her fig trees, of which she said, These are my wages, which my lovers have given me. I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall devour them. And I will punish her for the feast days of the Baals, when she burned offerings to them, and adorned herself with her ring and jewelry, and went after her lovers and forgot me, declares the Lord. Hosea 2 8 to 13. Here's my poem. Aftermath of idolatry. When the people of God begin to worship other gods, they will be unable to recognize God's provision and love. They are blinded by their idols and they become lifeless. Idolatry strips them of the fulfillment of their covenant promise. Unfaithfulness to your beloved one is going to bring ruin. It will create chaos and confusion between the two parties. Here's my commentary. In this account, God lays down the aftermath of Israel's idolatry. In verse 8, the Israelites forgot that everything they had was from God. They became blind to see that even their gold and silver and all their riches came from the Lord. Instead, they used it to worship Baal. In verse 9, God retrieves back all that he had provided for them. And in verse 10, God will expose her adultery to shame her. In verse 11, he will hinder them from celebrating their festivals. And in verse 12, God won't provide a good harvest for them, and they will be punished for a burnt offering given to Baal instead of to him. We can see how such a big deal it was for God when his wife, the Israelites, became unfaithful and served other gods. Let us remember that the Lord won't take lightly any competition against him. There is no one like him. He is the one true living God. Reflection. Share insights how the aftermath of adultery affects the unfaithful believer. There's a verse in the Bible, I can't remember exactly where, that says that when you have idols, you become like your idols, lifeless, because idols don't have life in them. So that's one thing. There is definitely a lack of being alive. That's one of the effects of being adulterous. And then when you are unfaithful, you become an expert on lying, because all you want to do is to make sure that you please your idol. And then you become obsessive compulsive, where everything that you do is all about to 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 be to be giving all the attention you have to your idol. Now, what are the modern day idols that could replace the old ancient times idols, that they make little objects and carve stuff to be their idol? It's actually harder to recognize in our society today that even work, even your family could be an idol. And so when you make everything first than God, you're actually being unfaithful to the Lord, because that He made us all for Him, to glorify Him. So if we're glorifying ourselves or something else, then that's a problem, because that is not what we're designed to do in our lives. So it's important for us to recognize that when we are veering away from worshiping God, there will definitely be an idol in our life, and that will make us more foolish, will make us unable to see spiritual things happening. It makes us shallow. It makes us lacking in integrity. So these are all the effects of serving Satan, because you're serving Satan. That's the world system that you're serving instead of God, because those are two different kingdoms. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ILMA'S.com. Uh, and check my website, and if you haven't seen over 4,000 videos I've done, just check YouTube videos or just type Ilma's Poem Devotional on it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.